This is the Mike and Patface show. We're talking about a good subject, RPG and the action video games. So, Mike, what one do you remember from back then?
Back then?
Yeah, you back like for like
DuckTales the movie.
for Nintendo
We were talking about.
video games. We're talking
Sorry, I'm funny about you. The old subject you had back about you talking about the movies.
about. Yeah,
Back then,
yeah.
I don't know, Super Mario Brothers.
My first adventure game I remember was Zelda. Remember Zelda?
Oh, adventure games. The Black Cauldron for Titanium 1000EX. I love that game.
Yeah.
Those on DOS as well.
Oh, explain that.
It's like an adventure game. You got the guy moving up and down the screen. It's kind of like a isometric game. Kind of like the
Space Quest, probably.
Space Quest? No, not like Space Quest. It's kind of like Desert Strike a little bit. When you move the guy up and down on the screen. Yeah. When you walk through the trees, his head goes through the leaves of the tree. It's kind of like one of those 3D games. They called it the 3D back in the day. Even when it wasn't three-dimensional.
Yeah. Game I remember the first time I ever tried was Dungeons and Dragons for television. Remember that?
I remember Advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my next door neighbor had that.
Oh.
He used to have his parents had Intelligent, and his parents got him into Nintendo Entertainment System. I liked Science Quest on that. That was a great game.
Now the game I recently found out, which were pretty awesome, and I tried one, and you had to have the comics and stuff. I got these recently. Are the Sword Quest games, like Sword Quest, Earthworld, and Fireworld. Water World is like the hardest one to find out of the series, and it costs like an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Sword Quest is like this game where you had to do things like towards a certain view of the map, like, and the one thing you had to do the rooms like through the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Yeah.
And it had like it's like mythical items you can use, like certain things you would do. If you become a comic book member, you get this comic book that goes with it.
Yeah.
And the thing would say like page 12, do like 12:4, and you would look on page 12 and panel 4, you would see like an encoded message.
It's one of those choose your own adventure books.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had real cash prizes too.
Really?
Yeah, like a medallion made out of gold and jewels.
All right.
And they never came out with the prize. The prizes were a medallion with jewels for Earthworld, a cup made out of platinum and rubies for Fireworld.
Yeah.
For Waterworld, they never got this person to win this thing. The crown made out of gold and blue sapphires and green emeralds.
That sounds interesting.
For Airworld, which was the only game that was never released, but I wanted to be released, was a Philosopher's Stone made out of white jade, gold, in a gold case with clear glass. And the winners of all four of those prizes would compete in a specialized version of the game to win this 25-inch jewel-encrusted, silver-bladed, gold-handled sword.
Cool.
And it was a grand total of $125,000 worth of prizes.
Yeah. So we're talking about video games.
Yeah.
My niece is really good at Pac-Man World 2.
Mm-hmm.
The original Pac-Man World came up on PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
But I had Pac-Man World 2, and she's very good at it. Whenever she comes over, she plays the game, and she's like a protege or what do you want to call it? She's just a genius in that kind of thing.
Yeah. Back then, our video games was we just slash and shoot.
Yeah, the 3D games they have these days are amazing.
Yeah.
Well, that's an old game, by the way, but
yeah.
Speaking of games, I have a GameCube, Xbox, regular Xbox, and PlayStation 2. I sported from the Wii. Got that leeway of Kmart, so it took a while to pay for that.